That's mute. That's me.
Can you hear it now?
That mutes me.
On the agenda, under the subject matter jurisdiction of the Ojai Valley Sanitary District. Any public concerns tonight?
Public on.
Okay. Let's move on to the consent items. Items 6, 7, and 8, which will be considered under one motion. A roll call vote. And all consent items are considered in a single motion and voted on without discussion. Any item removed from the consent list at the request of a board member or the public will be considered immediately following approval of the remaining consent items. It's the pleasure of the board.
There was one item of errata on item 6 that I passed on, and I think the correction has been. Given that, I would have moved to approve items 6, 7, and 8.
Second. You're seconding the correction as well, Jim? Okay.
There was a reference to chair and changed the name that was in there.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion and a second for approval of items 6, 7, and 8. We need to approve.
Director Kintosh,
Yes.
Quillisi,
Yes.
Director Reed,
Yes.
Director Curtis, and Jack. He's unmuted. Can you unmute him?
I can't.
Jack, can you unmute, please? Next, do I?
Raise your hand for yes.
You have to skip them.
Okay.
It's not able to just.
And then Vice Chair Berg.
Yes. Right, thank you. Let's move on to the action items. And we have a guest tonight.
We're still working on that connection right now.
Okay. Would it be appropriate to move to item 11,
I think it might.
skip 9 and 10? Okay.
Here yet.
I think he's sitting at the other meeting. I think he just clicked on one on the website and didn't realize there were two, which might be.
It is a little
So,
unusual, isn't it, for the ordinary? Okay, item 11, A, B, and C. Contracts number 2025-21 and 2025-20. After the fact permitting of the Tico Road Shop Edition and Tico Road Interior Accessibility Architectural Services Budget Adjustment number 2026-14. Scott, can you move us on this one?
Sure. So for your consideration is the architectural services for here at Tico Road. The two projects are, one is for the front of the public access office. That is for access to the front office, modifications to the doorways that come into it, meeting ADA requirements, modifications for after the fact permitting for the restroom up there and the kitchen area. The second one for your consideration is after the fact permitting for the new shop area. The after the fact permitting for the new shop area includes a submittal, a revised set of plans omitting the ADA path back to the shop. I had a conversation with building and safety. And it's outlined in here. My contention is the shop is only utilized by the collection service crew. The collection service crew have to go through relatively stringent physical requirements to keep and maintain their job. And that area is not accessible to the general public. It's only used by the collection system crew. And as such, I made an argument to building and safety that perhaps we can alleviate, it's probably in the tune of $20,000 ramp back there. And let's see if we can submit another set of plans. And there's a specific code in the building code that I follow. So that's for the architectural plans for them to consider that.
There's no reaction yet from building and safety.
No, they were positive in the verbal communication I had with them. They were positive and understood that. And their direction that they gave me was to go ahead and have your architect draft up a set of revised plans omitting the pathway back there. And they would consider it.
They would
consider it, but it's.
Okay, so we have some sort of issue because everybody's on this board meeting even, isn't the one that we're on.
You go on in our board meeting or tell everybody to switch
Well,
over.
I can end this one.
Maybe